think the car culture at the moment's pretty rough and tumble. Everything's really, really divided. You have a massive scene of clowns who just go out and cause havoc and piss off police.
And a lot of people coming up in the car culture are more into the skidding and burnouts type, not actually enjoying the passion of cars. Like, you've got an old school classic, say Toyota Supra there, you rarely see those. And people just look at it and be like, or they'll go to a meet and they'll just start skidding.
The car culture nowadays it's progressed a lot in a good way and in a bad way, but I feel like back then people were more respectful.
I suppose it's been around for years, but I think as time's gone on, people can afford these more powerful cars, and they just want to show off and do all these things. But there's also a lot of people that just love the car scene and just like having a nice car and just cruising. I think through time, people as they grow up might sort of appreciate the culture better rather than just being a hoon.
We should be supporting and encouraging, because it's good for a lot of us, and it's good for a lot of the younger guys who may be getting into dangerous crowds and bad crowds.
I think there's many stigmas attached to being a car enthusiast, or even somebody who shows up to car-related meets and events.
I think car enthusiasts get mixed up with boy racers a lot. The general public just kind of see any sort of modified car or loud car or anything just like a car with stickers on it. Oh, it's a boy racer car. Oh, you're an absolute hoon, and it's this, that and the other, and it's never anything good.
I definitely think car enthusiast and boy racer, they're very tied together depending on your age.
I just think that people are doing a lot of dangerous things and they're making it very public. So I definitely think that's what's contributing to it, yeah.
There's been a few times when we've been driving either this car or other car. We'll have a lot of people give us dirty faces, or they'll shout out, "Do a skid."
I think they're not deserving. I think they'll always have a negative effect. There shouldn't be stereotypes. You see, the sort of cars and genres that are stereotypical, the people who abuse them, the ones that aren't looked after, that you can see they're designed to break the law. Not ones like here though, that it's almost insulting when you have a nice car that you look after and you put lots of time and money into, and someone will come up to you and say, "Oh, you're a boy racer, or you're going to skid that," or it's like, no, I'm not. We look after our cars sometimes.
I believe that the biggest stereotype among car enthusiasts would be that we're rowdy, we're careless, we drive dangerously, and I think the reason why this is because of the influx of takeovers.
It feels like there's a lot of division. You've got people trying to do good stuff and people that aren't doing some great stuff, and that kind of puts a lot of dirt on the name.
It's hard to be a very outgoing car enthusiast without drawing the bad attention, because there's just so much negativity around it.
As much as it's gotten better, it's gotten worse.
My personal opinion, there's two sides. You've got the side that's the takeovers, the skids and the blocking the road.
They called it the Hamilton invasion. More than 200 cars blocked this Te Rapa intersection for a night of skids that turned into one of the wildest scenes in this country.
And then you've got the peaceful side and the enthusiast side, as I like to call it, where you stick to the track, you do meets exactly like this one here.
I feel that it's quite a negative impact with takeovers. It ruins the scene for the people who just like to park up and show off their car or just drive around normal. It gives a lot of us unwanted attention from the cops.
The generation just slightly above me, they had a lot more lenience, so they could go out to a specific intersection, the cops all knew it, and they'd do wheelies and, you know. And then our generation, we got a bit more rowdy and we started venturing up hills and finding corners and fast things.
I feel like takeovers has had a really bad impact on the car community, just in the way that we see all over the news all the bad things that are happening with takeovers.
I don't think there's enough being done to shut down the takeovers. I don't understand what they're trying to do, if they're trying to prove a point or a message or anything. If there's a message to be shared, it's definitely not by doing that.
I think it's a massive impact on our own reputations as car enthusiasts. It almost feels insulting to our passion that we have.
The influx of street takeovers and people doing burnouts in public places and littering and those sorts of events, they don't help at all. In fact, they increase the stigmas and stereotypes when they point the finger at people like us who don't do that stuff and we just like our cars. Every time I ever took a drive, it was clearing the head, being alone, just with you on the road or with somebody else even. It's just the idea of going somewhere, anywhere you want, with nothing but a nice sounding engine. It was therapeutic.
I've encountered a lot of people who have discussed mental health that use their car to cope, and if that's a healthy way of doing it, then do what you love and be happy about it.
Yeah, I've definitely found people in the car scene who have struggled with mental health. There's lots of us out there. You know, we're all battling. We've all got our stories.
I've definitely used driving my car as a form of stress relief. When I got my car, I started leaving the house way more and I actually felt good about it.
There's just something about a car that just makes me happy. It's my safe space. It's where I feel the freest. It's where both me and my dad enjoyed to be the most out of everywhere, just in the car. So you can express everything in the car, you know, just through the press of the pedal, through the foot. You can just express everything without having to speak to someone, you know.
I resort back to my car for comfort all the time. Anytime I'm feeling anxious, nervous, anything like that, just jump in the car, go for a drive.
Even now I still jump in this. Most nights when I get home from work, I just go for a drive across town and come back. It's an unwinding thing. I don't know if I'm broken or not, but it's cool. I like it.
I feel like it's definitely not talked about like super directly, but there's definitely like support, like if people do talk about it.
Meeting up for those late night drives, sitting down at the Macca's car park at 11 o'clock at night over a frozen Coke, just talking some good chats. It's a good place to be. We're always out here supporting those who need it.
And I think mental health really needs to be spoken about in the car community because it's actually very common and it's the reason why a lot of people are into cars.
The thing I value the most about it's pretty plain and simple for me, who's been in it for quite some time now. It's the sense of brotherhood you get here. Like, you could go up to anyone here and just have a conversation for hours if you want. We're all friendly and respectful. We all have a friendship about us, even if we don't know each other. We're all here for the same reason. We're all here to look after each other, make sure everyone's safe.
I value the amount of growth that I've had since I've been in the community. I don't even recognise the person that I used to be before I was in the community.
What I value the most about being part of the community is the people. Like, the people are everything to us, and the community wouldn't be the community without the people and the support and the love and everything.
I really, really value just being able to come to a place like this on a Friday night. You know, there's no expectations to be an asshole. There's, you just pull up, you jump out, you have a chat with some mates. It's always a good vibe. There's always just the right energy being here. there needs to be more of this nationwide, worldwide.
What I value most about the car community is absolutely anything everyone does to a car. It's fascinating because there's like a Camry over there and people would walk straight past it. That guy might like his Camry and he spent a bit of time putting a bit of fabric up the windows. And I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. So have a gawk at it.
I think we all have the same sort of level in that regard. Like we all have the same mindset. We all come here with the same clarity it provides, clear heads, meeting new people, just forgetting about everyday stuff and coming here to have a bit of fun.
If you're going to do something silly, you've got to be safe about it. There's no two ways about it. And people don't like talking about doing bad stuff safely. And the other one is keep in your own lane, because if you can get really, really quick in your own lane, you'll be a really fast driver when you've got to use 2 lanes. So it's kind of minimise speed to increase ability, essentially.
Don't be scared to be different with what you want. Don't be worried about people telling you, no, don't do this, because people are going to say this or people are going to do that, because honestly, everyone's got different passions about different things. They have a different taste in everything. So I reckon just don't be afraid to do something to your car that other people wouldn't. Yeah.
If the stigmas are getting to you, like they come across as rough places where people break the law, like they're not. You got to go looking, you got to go experiment, just get out there and do it. You'll meet people like-minded to you.
If you think you're going to get a lot of hate, just ignore it, do it, because there's a lot of people who are going to love what you do.
You can just talk to people and I feel like they're just not judgmental, and you know, you can just be, you know, in the community with everyone else.
It's pretty cliche, but it's just stop listening to the haters. Build the car you want. Build the car the way you want to. Build your car, not somebody else's car. Don't let people influence you into changing stuff around because they think it'll be better. Do what you want to do. Our cars are a reflection of ourselves. So you got to make it the way you want it to be.
I don't regret a second of it. All the money I've spent over the years, all the different cars I've had and put money into, I don't regret any of it. Like, you'll get all the enjoyment you want if you just do it.
We appreciate the community a lot, so pretty much just thank you to everyone that's raising people, raising kids, or bringing friends to events and getting them involved. It means a lot to everyone, and yeah, thank you.
Barely wipe the window panes when I drive. Swear it's late, I can't escape my own mind. Already knew you'd be seeing me for one night. You and me were meant to be, it's alright. So complacent, and when I said I wasn't sober, you know I meant it. Yeah I did, because I'm freakish by nature. I'm overdue.